Hi students, I welcome to all of you to this session of polity. Dear students, I was discussing the union and its territory. Today we will be discussing about the Dhar Commission, JVB Committee and Fazul Ali Commission as well as fourfold classification of the Indian territory. Okay, so the last class I discussed this part where Article 4 was discussed and Berry Union versus Berry Union discussed. What is Berry Union? What is the procedure to amend? Whether the Parliament, that means whether to diminish the area of the Indian territory. What is the procedure that were discussed here? And integration of the princely state also discussed. Okay, where Hyderabad, Junagadh and Kashmir, how it is added to the Indian territory, that was also discussed. Today I am going to discuss about the fourfold classification. देखो, initially in 1950 there were fourfold classification: part A, part B, part C, part D. Now there were total 29 you can say territory. Okay, in part A there were 9 territory where that is your governors province of British India. Okay, so in these 9 territory governors provinces of British India. Now part B, in part B consisting of 9 territory, again princely state with legislature. Okay, princely state with legislature. Clear? So 9 plus 9, 18 plus 10 plus 10 in part C consisted erstwhile chief commissioners province of British India. ठीक है, so this one is your for British India, a governor's province for British India, princely state with legislature, chief commissioners province of British India and some of the erstwhile princely state. This part C there are 10 number. Okay, तो 28 हो गया and 28 plus 1 is the Andaman, plus 1 is your part D. Andaman and Nicobar Island were kept as the solitary part D. Okay, so this is your fourfold classification. Initially it was like this in 1950. Okay, now Dhar Commission came into the picture. Dhar Commission and JVP Committee. Dhar Commission demanded from different region South India for reorganization of the state on linguistic basis. मतलब Dharma Commission came under the chairmanship of the S.K. Dhar, and there were and under this chairmanship, okay, S.K. Dhar, the S.K. Dhar commission told that the state should be reorganized on the basis of linguistic, मतलब भाषा की तौर पर. ठीक है, with on the basis of language the state should be bifurcated. Okay, so that is told by the Dhar Commission. Accordingly, in June 1948, Government of India appointed Linguistic Provinces Commission under the chairmanship of S.K. Dhar. The commission recommended the reorganization state on the basis of administrative convenience rather than the linguistic factor. तो प्रोविजन जो क्या बोला गया, ये एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कन्वीनियंस. देखो, लैंग्वेज तो एक बेस है बट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कन्वीनियंस रेदर देन लिंग्विस्टिक फैक्टर, इसके ऊपर रीऑर्गेनाइज होना है. तो देखो क्या है, दिस क्रिएटेड मच रिसेंटमेंट. देखो ये जो बोला जा रहा था ना, मतलब जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कन्वीनियंस से ऊपर होगा, तो यहाँ पर कुछ एजिटेशन आया था. तो ये क्या एजिटेशन है, इसकी वजह से देखो क्या होगा. The appointment of another linguistic provinces committee in December 1948, मतलब इसके ये धर कमीशन के बाद फिर एक कमेटी आया इन दिसंबर 1948. जवाहरलाल नेहरू, वल्लभ भाई पटेल एंड पट्टभी सीतारामैया JVP कमेटी. ठीक है, सो द फर्स्ट वर्ड ऑफ दैट पर्सन टेकन, जवाहरलाल का जे, वल्लभ भाई का भी और पट्टवी का पी, JVP कमिटी. It submitted its report in April 1949 and formally rejected the language as the basis. मतलब जो लैंग्वेज के बेसिस के ऊपर जो स्टेट भाग होना था ये रिजेक्ट हो गया. ठीक है. सो सबमिटेड इट्स रिपोर्ट इन अप्रैल 1949 and formally rejected the language as the basis. However, in 1953, October 1953, Government of India was forced to create the first linguistic state. Why? First linguistic state, you know that it is Andhra Pradesh by this man Potti Sri Ramulu. Okay, so there were 56-day hunger strike, and after that he died, and an agitation took place inside the India, and based on that agitation, Indian government was forced to create a new state, that is your Andhra Pradesh. That means from Madras, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu made on the basis of language. So you know that by the Telugu speaking area फ्रॉम द मद्रास क्या हुआ, आंध्र प्रदेश एक न्यू स्टेट बन गया. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द JVP in the JVP when the JVP committee came into the picture. Now Fazal Ali committee, Fazal Ali commission came into the picture. This forced the government to India to appoint in December 1953 a three-member state reorganization commission under the chairmanship of the Fazal Ali re-examine the whole question. तो फिर से क्या नेक्स्ट जो कमीशन आया, फजल अली कमीशन अंडर द चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ द फजल अली एंड 2 other member KM Panikkar and HN Kunzru. So they re-examined the whole situation, and then it submitted its report in September 1955, broadly accepted the language as the basis of the reorganization of the state. तो यहाँ पर क्या किया, जो लैंग्वेज एज द बेसिस होना चाहिए ये एक्सेप्ट किया गया, but it rejected the theory of one language one state, because if you want to make one language one state basis, then what will happen, then your in the India there are numerous state you will see, so it is not possible na. So it identified 4 major factors that can be taken into account in any scheme of reorganization of state. One factor is your preservation and strengthening of the unity and security of the country, linguistic and cultural homogeneity, financial, economical and administrative consideration, planning and promotion of the welfare of the people in each state as well as of the nation as a whole. See, yes, you can make by that means language is in the basis of language you can make you can create a state, but language should not be the main reason. Okay, so they must be fulfill these 4 major factors, that unity, security of the country should be maintained, that means preservation and strengthening of the unity, that means you have to strengthen the unity and the security of the country. So that should be your major factor. Okay, based on that you can make a state. Okay, so that means the unity and security should not be diluted. Okay, and language that means linguistic and cultural homogeneity, there should be कल्चर सेम कल्चर का होना चाहिए और लैंग्वेज का सेम होना चाहिए. ठीक है, ये भी एक मेजर फैक्टर है. फिनेंशियल इकोनॉमिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कंसिडरेशन बोले तो जो आर्थिक जो चीज़ें हैं वहाँ पर का मतलब किस तरह का लोग रहता है, फाइनेंशियली कैसा है। मतलब मान लो कि दिल्ली और अगर नागालैंड को आप कंपेयर करोगे तो दिल्ली और या फिर मुंबई जो भी है महाराष्ट्र, ये इकोनॉमिकली बैलेंस और इकोनॉमिकली हेल्दी है। तो इसके ऊपर बेस करके आप मतलब एक दिल्ली और नागालैंड को आप सेम जगह में नहीं रख सकते हो, ठीक है। तो फिनेंशियल इकोनॉमिक एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कंसिडरेशन भी आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, कंसीडर करना पड़ेगा। नेक्स्ट, प्लानिंग एंड प्रमोशन ऑफ द वेलफेयर ऑफ द पीपल इन ईच स्टेट एज वेल एज द नेशन एज ए होल। तो ये सब सारा की सारा चीज़ हम लोगों को ध्यान में रखना है और फिर जाके आपको बनाना है क्या, स्टेट, न्यू स्टेट अगर आप बनना चाहते हो, ठीक है। तो नाउ यू सी द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, द कमीशन सजेस्टेड द एबोलिशन ऑफ द fourfold classification of state under the original constitution and creation of 16 state and 3 centrally administrative territory। मतलब this commission, that means the proposal was accepted and it recommended there should be 6 state in the India and 3 union territory which will be controlled by center। Okay, the government of India accepted this recommendation with certain minor modification। कुछ छोटा सा मॉडिफिकेशन किया था। क्या किया था, बस क्या है 14 यहाँ पर 16 की जगह 14 स्टेट हो गया एंड 3 की जगह 6 यूनियन टेरिटरी हो गया, बस, ठीक है। By the State Reorganization Act of 1956, 7 Constitutional Amendment Act of 1956 क्या हुआ, the distinction power part A part B was done away, part C were abolished। तो पार्ट ए पार्ट बी ये सब मतलब जो है ये सब हटा दिया गया, पार्ट सी तो पूरी हटा दिया गया, ठीक है। सम ऑफ देम वर मर्ज्ड विद द एडजेसेंट स्टेट, ठीक है। तो पार्ट ए पार्ट बी जो था उसको मतलब ऐसे ही रहने दिया गया, पार्ट सी पूरा एबोलिश हो गया और कुछ जो है पार्ट वो मार्च कर दिया एडजेसेंट स्टेट से, ठीक है। नाउ सम अदर वर डेजिग्नेटेड एज यूनियन टेरिटरी। जो है 6 बोले थे ना, ये यूनियन टेरिटरी हो गया, ठीक है। और बाकी जो है पार्ट ए पार्ट बी सब मिलके जो 14 स्टेट बन गया। एज ए रिजल्ट 14 स्टेट एंड 6 यूनियन टेरिटरी वर क्रिएटेड ऑन November 1, 1956। So on November 1, 1956 what happened, 6 state and 14 state and 6 union territory were made। Okay, so this is the by the help of the recommendation of the Fazal Ali Commission, ठीक है। So this is the way। now after this you know that what will happen in after in November 1, 1956 you will see that you know that at this time 14 state and 6 union territory। now in 1960 Maharashtra will become Madras will be bifurcated and Gujarat will be 15 state। तो गुजरात हो गया आपका 15 स्टेट, 15 स्टेट एंड महाराष्ट्र वॉज 14, ठीक है। इसके बाद 1961 में क्या हुआ, 1961 में दादरा नगर हवेली, इन 1961 दादरा नगर हवेली बिकेम ए यूनियन टेरिटरी। नाउ इन 1961 another thing was happening that Goa made union territory, Daman and Diu also made union territory। okay, now in 1962 Puducherry at that time it was Pondicherry। so in 1962 Pondicherry was basically it was ruled out from French government and Basically in 1954 it was ruled out, and in 1962 it is added, included in Indian territory. Okay, so now next is your Nagaland. Nagaland in 1963, Nagaland was the 16 number union state, 16 number state. Clear? Next, after Nagaland, Haryana. Haryana became 17 number state. So Nagaland in 1963, okay, and Haryana 17 state in 1966. After the Chandigarh, you know that Chandigarh was the union territory in 1966. Okay, तो क्या हुआ था, मतलब in 1966 पंजाब was bifurcated to create हरियाणा एंड चंडीगढ़. ओके, चंडीगढ़ जो है ये आपका, चंडीगढ़ है आपका यूनियन टेरिटरी बना, और हरियाणा बन गया 17 नंबर स्टेट. क्लियर? नाउ आफ्टर दैट इन 1971 हिमाचल प्रदेश became the 18 number state of India in 1971. Clear? Next, in 1972 Manipur became the 19 number MTM. I told you na, 19 number union your state. Then Tripura, it is your 20th, and Meghalaya, it is your 21st. Clear? After that Sikkim in 1975 by 36 Constitutional Amendment Act of 1975 Sikkim became full-fledged state, 22nd number state, 22nd number state. And remember, by 35th Constitutional Amendment Act Sikkim became an associate state in 1974. Okay, and in 36 Constitutional Amendment Act of 1975 it became the full-fledged Indian state. Okay, after this Sikkim, you will see that 23rd number state was Mizoram in 1987. In the same year, 24th number state was Arunachal Pradesh. In the same year, 25th number state was Goa, because Goa was union territory in 1961. Now it became the full-fledged state. Clear? Now come to the 2000. In 2000, CUG, C for Chhattisgarh, U for Uttarakhand, J for Jharkhand. So basically this Chhattisgarh became the 26th number state after bifurcating Madhya Pradesh in 1st November 2000. Clear? Now Uttarakhand, it became the 27 number state after bifurcating from Uttar Pradesh. And when it was done in 9th November 2000. And last one is your Jharkhand, and Jharkhand it was made on, that means 28th number of state, and it was made on 15th November 2000. Clear? So this was done in 2000. In 2000 there were 3 states: Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand. Clear? Now come to the next point. 2014 June 2nd, Telangana became the 29th number state after bifurcating from Andhra Pradesh. Clear? Next, so up to this 2014 June 2nd, there was 29th state and 7 union territory. Now after that there was some changes in the in our India. So you know that Jammu and Kashmir, this the that means Jammu and Kashmir lost its statehood and it became two union territory. One is your Jammu and Kashmir and another one is your Ladakh. So ultimately 29 minus 1, that is your 28 state, and 7 plus 2, that is your 9 union territory. So right now it is your 28 state and 9 union territory. Is it correct? No, because this Jammu and Kashmir on 31st of October 2019, there by that means this Jammu and Kashmir lost its statehood and it became two union territories. So at that time there were 9 union territory and 28 state. Clear? But what happened after that means from 26th of January 2020, what happened? Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu, it marched together and one union territory. Okay, it is now one union territory. So 28 state and 9 minus 1, that is your 8 union territory right now. So right now this is the current situation of the India. Clear? So I think it is clear, and keep listening, that means repeat this video again if you don't understand. Okay, and if any question in arising in your mind, then write down in the comment section, and don't forget to write down once you have completed, because that is your attendance. Okay, thank you for listening.